Hello, all. Welcome to the business break. Because this was a very dull business news day, we thought we'll talk about an idea which me and Siddharth have been discussing. Siddharth, would you like to talk about it? Would you like to introduce our audience about it?
Yeah, so basically what we're trying to do is we've seen there are a lot of businesses that have, that have been copied from the Western markets and have been implemented here, right? We saw that with a lot of malls, with a lot of these DMarts and a lot of SaaS companies as well. So a lot of innovations and new companies that have been launched in India somewhere get their inspiration from the Western markets, right? So I'm not saying that all of them work here, and I'm not saying that a Walmart would necessarily work in India or a Hertz car rental would necessarily work in India. But what I'm trying to say is the US is a developed market, and it has gone through a consumer market for a long time, and it has served its consumers well, and it has served the economy well, the whole overall businesses in the US. So there are certain businesses that can exist in a market like India also. And today, one of those businesses that we want to talk about is the Home Depot, right? Now, the Home Depot is it's a basic
It's the
supermarket.
largest home improvement retailer in US, Siddharth.
Yeah, basically it's a home improvement retailer, right? And it's like think of DMart but for your home,
Yep,
right? No groceries, no staples,
yep,
just home building equipment,
yep,
whether like wood and paints and wires
yep.
and gazebos, like whatever you can think
And
of.
the average size of a Home Depot, Siddharth, is like a lakh square feet. A lakh square feet filled with DIY stuff.
Yeah.
You know, filled with all sorts of stuff, ranging from wood, electrical. I mean, everything you can think of, paint.
Yep.
And I think one of the main reasons why DIY community in US is so huge is because of Home Depot. Like it's been a large contributing factor in making people to build stuff themselves.
Yep.
And it's so, and the most fascinating part about Home Depot and why me and Siddharth were talking about it was कि boss, Amazon has not been able to touch their market, which is so crazy. Like Amazon कोई भी market को नहीं छोड़ा है यार.
और Amazon के साथ compete करना and survive करना is a huge win, in my opinion, at least, because it's not easy. Amazon is someone who will bite into your market share, and it'll come like a shark and you won't even realize what happened,
Yep.
right? But these guys have survived, and so I want to start with, you know how Home Depot started and the history and all of that. So it was founded by three friends: Bernard Marcus, Arthur Blanc, four friends: Ron Brill and Pat Farah. It was to build home improvement superstores, right?
Yep.
The superstore is an American concept. I am not sure whether the same size of stores will work in India, but a smaller one might. Okay, with the same concept, because the superstore in America, everything is huge because they've got that much land, they've got that many resources, so they can spend. The capital is cheap. All these things matter. But when it comes to India, I think we need to rationalize, proportionately, the size of the store, the the cost of the capital, and the inventories, and also the kind of home improvement things that Indians would be interested in. I am pretty sure Indians wouldn't be interested in a DIY gazebo kit because most of us don't have a garden, right? Most of us live in
But we
very
definitely
smaller
be
houses.
interested in a balcony.
In a balcony garden, in a
Yeah.
balcony,
Yep.
garden kit or a few plants
Yep.
necessarily. So we need to fine tune those offerings according to India. You can't expect everyone to be interested in buying wood and then going home and building a tree house, because nobody has that kind of space in India. but we will be, interested in uh, selling DIY kits to make a simple table and chair
Right.
for our kids.
Yep.
Something like that. I'm not saying DIY would not work. I'm saying
Dude,
the
and
kind of products.
I have another important thing to talk about here. One is India has a very large growing DIY community.
Hmm.
But apart from that, what I've also felt is the building material space is one of the most opaque and fuck all industries. And if you remember,
Yep.
Siddharth, when we started working on Home Banao,
Yep.
this was one of the problem which we set out to solve.
True. Very true. And even today, we've seen videos of us, just informing the audience about certain facts in the home industry,
Right.
doing insane number of views and insane number of traffic because there's nobody else doing it, first of all.
Yep.
And like you mentioned, the industry is opaque.
Yep.
There's hardly any transparency.
Correct.
Now imagine in such an opaque scenario, if
Yes,
there
yes.
is if there is a store where you walk in and you are explained the cost breakup of each and every stage of building a home,
Right.
and while you are explained that, you are also shown the materials that are used in that stage, the
Okay.
materials that are used in that stage, and the cost of that materials that the architect has been charging you and the contractor has been charging you, and what the store will charge you. If there is even a small difference, it goes a long way, right, for a lot of people.
Dude, and another thing, what ends up happening is in India, typically speaking, the dealer or the architect you end up working with, and this is the same problem definition which I told you for home bana also Siddharth कि
Mhm.
उनके पास बहुत ज़्यादा leverage होता है, ठीक है?
Right.
And like what ends up happening is you have to end up going with what he's saying as a consumer. अब सब छोड़ो, आपको भाव भी नहीं मिलेगा कोई आइटम का अगर वो दे नहीं रहा है आपको.
एग्जैक्टली, आपको भाव ढूंढने के लिए भी आप ऑनलाइन सर्च करोगे तो इंडिया मार्ट के लिंक्स मिलेंगे आपको, इंडिया मार्ट खोलोगे तो 10 अलग अलग लोग होंगे सप्लायर, वो
Yes.
आप उनको कॉल करोगे तो वो बोलेंगे भैया मिनिमम ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी 500 पीस है,
Exactly.
आपको चाहिए 5 पीस.
Correct.
तो इट इज अ वेरी, first of all, opaque and uh, not underserved. I'd like to say that it is inefficiently served, the market. Okay.
Exactly. And in fact, more often than not, आप पैसा जो दे रहे हो ना 3-4 लेवल्स को दे रहे हो अपने डीलर को, फिर उसका एक सुपर डीलर होगा, फिर उसका एक कंट्री डीलर होगा, फिर so because of that margins keep getting added up at each level, and more often than not you're paying for stuff like logistics and inventory which is inefficient.
Right.
I think there's a ridiculous amount of scope of having a retail store like this. Of course, it would involve someone who has a serious vision to attempt something like this. Siddharth wink. But let's try to figure this shit out because, dude, the problem which I have seen is because there is lack of companies like Home Depot or huge players like this. I feel what ends up happening is that the market continues to remain very inefficient. People end up making a lot of compromises, don't get what they pay for. And I have always said this, construction space mein you're paying 40% tax because you don't have enough information.
Yep. Yep. And see, this is one very interesting thing. So contractors, okay, the guys who actually build out your homes, building contractors. Now for Home Depot, contractors make up 5% of their customers,
Yeah.
but they account for 45% of the annual sales.
Yep.
So imagine the kind of business leverage and customer acquisition costs they deal with.
Yep.
5% of their customers are bringing in 45% of the revenue.
Yeah.
I don't think it gets better than that.
Exactly. Dude, and I've also felt, right, a lot of small simple things. For instance, समझ मेरे को अभी मेरा बाथरूम का रिनोवेशन कराना है.
Mhm.
I want to change all the plumbing fittings and all. एक तो
Right.
plumber I have to rely on the plumber, which
Right.
is fine. पर उसके ऊपर वो प्लम्बर के फिक्स्ड रिटेलर्स होते हैं, ठीक है?
Hmm.
और वो बोलेगा कि सर मेरे को यही आइटम चाहिए, यहीं से खरीद लो आप.
Hmm.
एंड यू ट्राई टू फाइंड दैट आइटम एल्सवेयर. एक तो आपको कॉस्ट मिलेगा नहीं, कॉस्ट मिलेगा तो 3-4 दिन बाद मिलेगा. यू लाइक ठीक है यार, गो अहेड. Like consumer experience is so flawed. Consumer experience is like you're settling at each stage, even for a simple thing like renovating your bathroom.
Yep. Yep.
You're settling. You're not getting the best possible products and services.
And even
And
if you do, like I'm saying, even if you end up get like scoring the best possible plumber and the best possible supplies, the delivery and the execution and the installation is a pain,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. And like you also get these contractors, plumbers and carpenters. They'll be like, अगर आप माल ला के दे रहे हो तो हम नहीं करेंगे. हम ही
Exactly.
से
Yeah.
लेना पड़ेगा माल.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll be like, what the fuck? Dude, this seems like a very interesting prospect. I want to understand the finances of Home Depot and the amount of money they needed for their first store. But this is really incredible if you think about it, because I feel that a lot more people in India are moving number one to urban areas, and these urban areas are no longer inside of the city. They are all, expanding in the
Yeah, they're
outskirts.
suburbs. Most of them are moving to suburbs.
Yeah, so no, because not because suburbs are a better life or anything, because साला availability नहीं है.
Affordable वही है भाई.
वही.
So Home Depot guys got their first funding from an investment banker called Ken Langon.
Okay. How much did he end up putting in?
That I'm not sure, but he helped them start.
Okay. Very nice. So they started with. I really want to see actually. Uh, Dude, and I really think there's huge potential here, because I have seen a lot of stores. If anything, DMart has shown that focusing on the middle class can be a huge market in India. A lot of home interior stores end up focusing on the premium market, premium market. Fucking, I met so many interior guys, they'll be like premium, premium, premium. You'll be like, इतने लोग हैं क्या premium खरीदने वाले?
नहीं है यार, तुम लाइक पता ही नहीं है लोगों को इंडिया में अगर आप 5-10 लाख रुपए से ज्यादा कमाते हो ना साल का, तो आप टॉप 1% में आते हो इंडिया की.
Correct.
कोई मिडिल क्लास इंडिया में, आप जो भी आप खुद को मिडिल क्लास समझता है ना, वो नहीं है मिडिल क्लास. मिडिल क्लास वो लोग होते हैं जो महीने का 20,000 रुपया कमा रहा है या 15,000 रुपया कमा रहा है. ठीक है,
Correct.
ऐसा लोग बहुत है इंडिया में. अपन
Correct.
लोग नहीं है उसमें. लाइक वी हैव अ वेरी फ्लॉड अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ इंडियन
Market.
डेमोग्राफिक्स.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is really interesting, and I think there is scope for a business like this. And I think,
Let's figure it out. No, let's say we try and open a store in Bangalore. Okay, let's try and do this right now. Let's try and see what the home building materials market in Bangalore is like. Like
right?
what is the demand right now? How do we determine that? How the number of new houses that are being constructed
Yeah. So there's 3 lakh new houses getting constructed every year.
in
Uh,
Bangalore, right?
no, no, no. In all urban cities in India.
Okay, and let's say Bangalore owns 1/6 of that.
We'll actually have to break it down and think about it. I'm not sure where we'll get these statistics, but I
No,
also
but
feel that
if you had to determine the market scope for such a store, like how do you go about doing that is what I'm saying. There's also a lesson in trying to figure out if there is a business. If we discuss a lot of ideas, but if you want to verify if that is a legit business, what are the steps? How do you go about doing that?
So I normally like to start at Google search, of
Huh.
course.
So let's do
So
that.
what I do is I start. So I'll just share my screen, guys.
Yeah.
I hope my system doesn't crash because I have a scraper running in the background.
So I'm also going through the annual report of Home Depot from 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It says we offer our customers a wide assortment of building materials, home improvement products,
And
lawn and garden
services.
products. No, no, lawn and garden products,
Hmm.
decor products,
Hmm.
facility maintenance, repair
Hmm.
and operation products,
Hmm.
and provide a number of services, including home improvement installation services and
Yep.
tool and equipment rental.
Yep.
Okay, this is huge, six, seven verticals. All of them are insanely good
And I
businesses.
think in a country like India, tool and equipment rental will be a huge business.
Yep, yep. So as of the end of fiscal 2020, Home Depot had 2,296 stores located throughout the
Wow.
US, Canada, and Mexico. The Home Depot stores average approximately 1 lakh 4,000 square feet with 24,000 additional square feet of outside garden area.
Okay.
We also maintain a network of distribution and fulfillment centers,
Huh.
as well as a number of e-commerce website.
Okay. Dude, this is next level, dude. And okay, I'll tell you what is the most exciting thing for me about this. Okay,
Okay.
apart of course home improvement, it's still a very new thing in India, dude. It's just barely gets 2,500 searches.
Yep, yep.
Let's look at some products. Say someone wants to buy, I don't know.
No, no, I'm saying ignore the home improvement part.
Huh.
Look for legit wood and TMT bars and cement and bricks. I'm sure Home Depot sells all of these also, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They do. I think so. I'm not sure, but I think they do.
And if contractors are gonna get a better price from someone like a Home Depot, why would they not visit?
So I'll have to do proper research to that, but basically what I feel why number one why it wouldn't have started yet is the high cost initial cost of investment. Number
Huh.
two is not everyone in India is willing to travel that much. Is the general sense of things, but I think if anything, DMart has proved otherwise, right?
No, I think IKEA has proved otherwise more than DMart. Like people are spending a whole day at IKEA.
No, but IKEA, the thing is, it had very, very, very strong brand value. DMart is like a new thing which came.
Huh.
IKEA people went initially. Actually, they're not doing that well in India because of COVID and all.
Mhm.
But IKEA initially, when they started, people went because of the excitement, and after that, it's been very okay.
Yeah.
And I think it was again because of cost, because people would actually make find it cheaper to get carpenters to build stuff. What do you think? Hello.
I also think IKEA worked well because it was a very such a new thing. Like nobody had seen such a thing, right? I think
Right.
for the middle class, especially the part where the IKEA store is designed in a way where it's like a home, like a 1 BHK home, a 2 BHK home. And the costs at which they were delivering that experience, people were really shocked. कि ऐसा भी possible है क्या? Like everyone thought that this is going to be very expensive stuff, but it worked out in like within their budget. So that's why I think a lot of people are blown away by IKEA.
Also, another part about this, the first DMart store, I'm talking specifically about DMart because this is
Mhm.
like probably the only one which worked, but the first DMart store started in India on May 15th, 2002, and in 19 years, they've crossed a valuation of 1 lakh crores, Siddharth.
Yeah, yeah.
And the way DMart approaches this is very, very different, I feel.
So we are now thinking of a mix of Home Depot and DMart in for India.
No, 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 no. I am saying Home Depot only, but
No, no, yeah, but in DMart style, right?
in DMart style, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Focus
That's
on
what I
just
meant.
building industrial sheds, own the
Uh,
property. No, you know,
no rental in and rental expenses.
yeah. And, like be very, 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 very clear with your payments with your suppliers and all that. If you
Yeah.
just do that in India, you're in a much better position.
You pay in advance, no, to your suppliers. Big deal.
No, 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 no. You run out of capital very soon. But yeah, I mean, this is really. I can't believe I'm getting so giddy about this because of course, I haven't done the market research, guys. Come on. But companies like Build Supply, M Supply, all these guys have started and failed. But I think one of the main reasons was they were fully focused online. That was a mistake because I think these are the kind of items which people want to see and then buy.
Yeah, these things will not work offline. Like you can sell a few products online which are
Yep.
small ticket size,
Yeah.
but when it comes to, getting stuff for your house,
Huh.
people want to see it.
Right. Let's see. Very interesting. I think Siddharth, we gotta meet up, build the financial plan, do the basic maths, and figure this stuff out because this is damn interesting. I'm actually meeting a friend of mine who's from the US, Siddharth, today at 5, who used to work in Intel, TSMC, and all, and he he loves Home Depots and IKEA.
Can't.
India doesn't. India. But yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, cool. Let's see. This is just some thoughts on Home Depot. Siddharth, anything else you want to add? If not, I think let's create a dedicated video and upload how we do the market research of this.
Yeah, I thought this was that video.
No, I think it's way too scattered, some of the thoughts, but we'll do it soon enough for sure. Hello.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah, that's all for today, guys. Let's see what happens. Very
Mhm.
interesting idea. Uh, see you all in the next episode. Bye.
But